Hello and welcome to the 6th edition of From the Principal's Desktop. My name is Michael Minema and I am the Principal and Chief Operating Officer of John Knox Christian School here in Woodstock, Ontario. This week, the topic of my podcast will focus on being good ambassadors. While this term is officially connected to a governmental position, in which someone of the highest degree is chosen to represent a nation, it can more loosely be used to express someone who represents other things. Wikipedia defines this less formal or political representation this way. Quote, "The word is also often used more liberally for persons who are known, without national appointment, to represent certain professions, activities, and fields of endeavor," end quote. This is what I would like to focus my podcast on this week. Imagine for a moment that the Queen of England was required to attend a special ceremony at one of her nation's Commonwealth countries. Perhaps it would be a wedding she is to attend or some sort of ceremony in which her presence is requested out of respect for her position of stature, honor, and royalty. Then imagine that she's suddenly unable to attend and that she needs to send someone in her place. Who do you think she would send? Just anyone? Do you think she would randomly dial a number with her royal cell phone in hopes of finding any commoner to take her place as the royal representative of England? Certainly not. The Queen would certainly be extremely selective in whom she would send in her place, in order to allow for that honor of her position to continue to be represented even in her absence. Now don't worry, I'm not going to make myself into some position of royalty to make the connection to John Knox Christian School, but I would like to talk about a king. JKCS is a Christian institution, and we look to the Lord and to His Word, the Bible, in the work we do with our students in order to see how the King wants us to live and to allow us to live like the King would. If by chance I were somehow chosen by the Queen to go to one of her Commonwealth countries to represent her, in effect to go in her place, I would certainly not be putting on a pair of jeans and a baseball cap, but rather I would be looking to be the best representative I could for the Queen. I would want to say what she would have said. I would want to go as she would have gone. I would want to act as she had desired, since I would be taking her place at this ceremony. In a similar way, we have been charged by God to do our best to represent Him, and we are blessed to be able to do this in all that we do here at John Knox Christian School. We have the chance to serve as He serves, love as He loves, give as He gives, bless as He blesses, and the list goes on. Our words and our deeds should represent His words and deeds, as we are image bearers of the King. I love hearing the stories of people sharing how they had opportunity to represent John Knox Christian School as ambassadors as well. When one of our school's teams heads out for a tournament, or say the choir goes out to sing at a nursing home, it is my hope that the students are going to represent our school in a way that honors the Lord. The beauty of being a Christian school is that if the students are going out and doing as God Himself would do, the students would simply be good ambassadors for JKCS because they are being good ambassadors for how God desires us to live. It is always amazing when you can see students bearing the image of God very intentionally. It is awesome when our students allow themselves to represent the King to the best of their ability, simply because they want to do their best for God by living for Him and doing what they are called to do. Remember that God has given us an example in the life of Jesus Christ, so that we can do our best to model Him in our words and deeds. Christ lived a life of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, and He has charged us to live lives the same. God informed us in His Word that the greatest things we can do are to love Him above all else, but to love our neighbors as we would like to be loved. God has shown us how to have passion for Him and compassion for others. Representing the King is far more important and rewarding than it would ever be to represent any royalty here on earth. Let me encourage you to live a life that models our Lord's and extends His love by having passion for Jesus and compassion for others. You have the chance to be God's representative because you are made in His image. Living lives like this would allow us to be great representatives or ambassadors for John Knox Christian School, but this would only be a bonus or byproduct of representing the King to the best of your ability. For John Knox Christian School, I'm Michael Minema. This has been the 6th edition of From the Principal's Desktop. Thanks for listening, and as I tell the students on the morning announcements, I wish you an awesome day.